Mr. Davidson, just so we have it on tape, could you just give us your name? We're not going to use this, but just give us your name and spell your last name, and give us your phone number so we can give you a call if we have any questions.
Well, my name is Carl C. Davidson, Davidson. My home phone number is 352-4606.
Is it Carl with a C or a K?
A C.
C, okay. Can you tell me a little bit about your family? You said your mother helped decorate this room, so your family's had a pretty long involvement with Christ Church.
My parents joined the parish here, I think, in its second year, which would be 1932, and they were very active in the parish. My mother taught Sunday school and played the organ. Before we had an organ, we had a piano in the little old white clapboard building across the street. For 17 years, my father was treasurer for 12 years back in the 30s and 40s. And other than in my earlier years,
Excuse me, hang on 1 second. What? You need to get that?
Yeah. Where are the keys?
In my pocket right here.
We forgot one thing,
One thing.
minor.
Oh, guys.
I'll be right back.
You bought, no. Comfortable? Swooping chairs?
That's your turn.
That's my chair? Okay. We'll do it again. And you were telling us about your family's involvement with the church and your...
do you want me to go through the name and phone number?
No, that's okay.
Okay, fine. Well, my earliest memories of Christ Church go back to about age 9, as far as I'm concerned. My family came into this parish, I think, in the second year of since its founding, and my mother brought me here to Sunday school on a regular basis, and the first church building was across the street in a white clapboard frame building, not very large, but usually on Sundays, because of the size of the building and the size of the growing parish, the house was packed. And I didn't take to going to church with my mother and father very easily at that age. I'd have to sit in an awkward position, and my knees would hurt when all the kneeling and everything, but my mother prevailed, and I was obedient. And I think I was probably about 11 years old when Father Day asked me to be an acolyte. So I was his probably regular acolyte for the 7 o'clock Friday morning service in the old church building for quite a few years. And after World War II, when I came back, I continued to serve as Friday morning acolyte in the chapel of this building till I was about age 29. So I have a lot of memories involved here. My memories in this parish were somewhat cut short in the early 70s when I moved down to Florida. And then when I came back here, I moved back to Chicago, and only a few years ago did I return to Milwaukee, primarily because of my children and grandchildren living in this area. I was particularly interested in listening to the stories and memories of some of the other people who are here today. And I don't recognize very many of the faces, but Phyllis Borman, Bab, who I've known, she's been around here about as long as I have, I guess. And I saw Don Prosser there. Don was on the vestry with me back in the late 50s, early 60s. I already told the story about being asked to raise money for the Father Day's memorial window, which is the larger one above the front entry. And in $1, $2, and $3 contributions from all of the people that he had confirmed over the years, many of whom still resided in the Milwaukee area, but others were living in different parts of the country. And it took a little over 2 years to raise the required amount of $2,000.